And now, in studio, bringing his Midwest values from the Show Me State to the land of San Diego. He's a triple threat, licensed as an attorney, mortgage broker, and a top producing realtor who's crushing the competition. Here to deliver you what's happening in the trenches of the market. Your host, Michael Gaddis.
Good evening, San Diego. Welcome to the Michael Gaddis Show on AM 1170 The Answer. As always, I am your host, Michael Gaddis. I am a top-producing real estate broker, a licensed California attorney, and an NMLS licensed mortgage broker. I truly am San Diego's real estate expert. I am here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. to discuss anything and everything related to San Diego real estate. I welcome any questions or issues that you would like to hear me discuss on the show. There are several ways that you can contact me. First, you can call me at 888-242-2272. That's 888-242-2272. You can also email me at michael@michaelgaddis.com, or you can visit my website at www.michaelgaddis.com. That's www.michaelgaddis.com. Or you can follow me on Twitter at MGJD Realty. Finally, you can visit my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Michael Gaddis Realty Group. I am licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate as a real estate broker. The Cal BRE number for my real estate company, Michael Gaddis JD Realty Group, is 014-65493. The Cal BRE number for my mortgage company, Frontier Loan Group, Inc., is 01449152. Frontier Loan Group's NMLS number is 345305. My personal Cal BRE number is 014-33800, and my NMLS number is 280011. And my California State Bar number is 202279. That is a whole lot of numbers. But now that we have that out of the way, this weekend, I will be in Oceanside at the Oceanside Harbor Days. Oceanside Harbor Days is a 2-day event in the harbor of Oceanside. And if you've never been there, it's a fantastic event to bring the family to. There's a lot going on there. They have the military, the Marines have a bunch of their equipment that lands on the beach. You can get in one of their Humvees, and you can get in through those inflatable hovercrafts. I mean, it's a really neat thing. On Sunday, they have this competition where people build their boats and then go into the harbor, and it's fun to watch everybody sink because they have only like 3 hours to build it. And it's we always make bets of which one's going to sink the fastest, but it's a great time. So if you're in the area, feel free, stop by the Oceanside Harbor Days and try to find me there and say hello. 2 weeks ago, I talked about a new retail development going up in Carlsbad, California that was recently approved by the Carlsbad City Council. The Agua Hedionda 8515 plan is being developed by Caruso Affiliated. The plan is to develop 26 of the 203 acres while preserving the remaining land as accessible open space and for strawberry farming. The land in question lies between the south shore of the Agua Hedionda Lagoon and Cannon Road. What I personally find appealing about the plan is just how well thought out it is. Currently, the land is pretty much inaccessible. The plan will, 1, preserve the strawberry fields, which is very important to me. 2, it helps preserve the lagoon itself. And 3, the plan opens up a lot of untapped natural resources with the creation of like new nature trails, pedestrian walkways, picnic and rest areas, lagoon vistas. There's going to be an outdoor classroom. There's going to be public restroom facilities, lots of different things like that. 2 weeks ago, I asked the rhetorical question, who could possibly be opposed to this plan? Well, believe it or not, several Carlsbad residents contacted me after the show and told me why they were, in fact, opposed to the development. I thought it was only fair to acknowledge their position on the show today. So, the people that contacted me expressed 3 main areas of concern. 1, they wanted to preserve the small town character of Carlsbad. 2, they are afraid that the development will bring heavy traffic to Carlsbad. And 3, some are concerned by the environmental impact of the development. My thoughts are as follows. While I appreciate all of their concerns, number one, I am happy that the plan calls for 85% preservation of the land. I myself was concerned that the strawberry fields would be affected. The strawberry fields, like the flower fields, are representatives of Carlsbad's past and, in my opinion, need to be preserved. The 85-15 plan will ensure that the strawberry fields remain part of the Carlsbad landscape for years to come. If you guys remember, Orange County used to have orange groves all over it. That's why it's called Orange County. But you're hard pressed to find an orange grove today. And that's a shame because my great uncle, he lives in La Mirada, and he's been here forever. And I've only been here since 1999, but he's been here forever. And he always tells me about when he used to take trips to San Diego, he'd drive down through Orange County and he could smell the orange blossoms. And, he just really misses that kind of characterization. So I think that this plan is great because it allows for the protection of those strawberry fields. And if you're driving on the 5 freeway, as you get near Cannon Road, you can see the strawberry fields. There are you pick strawberry fields there. And so I think that that's a really great aspect of this 85-15 plan. Number 2, while there will undoubtedly be increased traffic, the traffic should not overly impact residential areas. Plus, I believe that any inconvenience related to the traffic will be offset by the increased number of jobs and the positive effect that an upscale development like this should have on property values. I look at the Irvine Spectre as an example of what a development like this can do for a surrounding community. And, my family loves the Irvine Spectre. Everybody in my wife's family does. I mean, we'll drive 45 minutes to an hour just to go walk around the Irvine Spectrum and, just take in the ambiance. And if you've never been to the Irvine Spectrum, you should really take a trip up there because it's a fantastic experience. I mean, it's a lot more than just, an upscale shopping center. It's an event, and people in Orange County go there a lot just to walk around. Sometimes they have musicians there. It's a great place. And if we could build something like that in Carlsbad, I think it will only help not only Carlsbad, but all of North County and San Diego County for that matter. 3, I think providing access to the open space in the form of parks, walkways, and picnic areas will really allow the people of Carlsbad to enjoy this natural resource. And number 4, the people who are opposed because of the potential environmental impact, the 85-15 plan really takes that into consideration. And there are a lot of things in the 85-15 plan which are specifically designed to help preserve the land and the water resources. So in a nutshell, while I understand the position of the opposition, I personally feel that the pros heavily outweigh the cons. So I am a proponent of the 85-15 plan. So the next thing I want to talk about is an article that I saw recently that talks about the cost to live in San Diego continuing to rise. And it says, bad news, San Diego is already considered one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. But now the cost of living in America's finest city just went up again. Real estate company Trulia says middle-class families in San Diego spend 65% of their income on housing, commuting, and utilities. That is a lot of money. It goes on to say that for anyone in the market for a one-bedroom rental, experts say to be ready to spend about $1,500 a month. A 2-bedroom will cost just over $2,000 in rent. And as you guys know, I'm from Missouri, and I'll tell you something. You don't pay that much to live in Missouri. It's a whole heck of a lot different to live down there, over there. So, it's amazing that what we pay to live in America's finest city. The weather and, the access to the beach and the deserts and just everything that San Diego has an offer comes with a cost. And it's starting to be taxing on a lot of people. The next thing I want to talk about a little bit is that August real estate results stats show a mixed bag. This article is from the Times of San Diego. And basically what this is saying is that the market is starting to slow down. And there are indicators everywhere that the market is slowing down. For example, it says the median price of a single-family residence that changed hands last month in San Diego County was $540,000 according to SDAR data. That's down 2% from July. But it does say it's still up 8% from where it was last year. It's, I guess that's the silver lining is that we're still up versus last year. But I've noticed this directly in my own business. When I take, I have listings, they're sitting on the market a little bit longer. Whereas 3 months ago, the listings would have been off in a matter of days. Now they're basically taking a little bit longer to get off the market. So, it says almost 1,050 condos sold last month, 17% fewer than in July, but 9% more than in August of 2014. So, and it says 2,000 houses were sold last month, 18% fewer than the month before. 18% fewer. That's a big drop off. And I think that drop off is going to continue. And I think that everyone needs to look at the indicators, the Fed's potentially raising the interest rates, the way the economy is going, the stock market. Everybody needs to take heed of all of these signs that are going on. And as you see real estate signs staying in front of houses longer, it should really, really, indicate that we are kind of going into a slower real estate market. And that's a shame, because for the last year, San Diego's real estate market has literally been sizzling. So anyway, up next, if you have been thinking about buying a house, you will definitely want to stay tuned. You are listening to The Michael Gaddis Show on KCBQ AM 1170, The Answer.
AM 1170, TheAnswer.com. Hear us anywhere in San Diego and the world. AM 1170, The Answer.